This is The Scene
on BBC Radio London with Aurie Styla.
This is The Scene.
All I wanna be is be happy. Let me not ruin this song for anybody. My apologies. That was Mary J. Blige. Be happy. My name's Aurie Styla, not Mary J. BBC Radio London. The Scene in the building with me. My voice is so bad at singing it. I know it's terrible. In the building with me, I have got Mr. Tom Gamble. How you doing, sir?
Good, man, yeah.
And Elisha's back. How you doing, Elisha?
I'm good.
You all right, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Tom, thank you for that rendition you played not too long ago. Elisha's a singer, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, why are you hiding now? You was all loud earlier on. Yeah, I'll start taking jobs up in here. And now she's a singer.
I'm shy now.
She's shy now, apparently. She's a really good singer.
You know, I believe it. I believe it, yeah.
She's a really good singer. I don't know why she's hiding, but...
I'm shy.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
All right, let's talk topics. So there's a few that I've thrown out today and I've asked people to get involved in as well. So if they want to get involved in still, you can by tweeting at BBC Radio London or texting in on 81333. Make sure you start your text with the word London. First things first, before I get into this topic, do any of you really follow politics? Be honest.
I do, yeah. I'm a bit of a political junkie. Okay. I enjoy it.
Tom likes his politics. What about you, Elisha?
I just think it's like Love Island. I think it's just a bit of like drama to get people going and like, yeah, no, I can't follow it.
Can't follow it?
It's
no
just
problem.
a joke to me. It's a pure joke.
Well, this is great. We got two ends of the coin. We've got someone who follows it and someone just thinks it's a bit of a joke. I'm in between. I follow it. But I'm also on the other side of, I'm getting bored of how much drama this is because it's now not about politics. Now, the reason I ask this is my question is, does politics seem to be more exciting now that it almost feels like boxing match hype? If you don't know what that means, which I'm sure you might do, but for those who may be listening and don't know, at a boxing match, that's not just what happens to get people to go and see the match. There's all that lead up, the promo beforehand, the throwing jabs at each other, the teasing and throwing names, the meet up when they have the conference, when they're face to face, and people are hoping it kicks off a little bit before.
Island, it's the same.
So
it's a soap opera.
It's almost like a soap opera, reality TV or not so reality TV, I think we should call them now. Is this a way, do you think this is genuine or do you think this is just a way to keep people interested in politics?
I think it's always been like that, but now we're just hearing about it more because of social media and everything, so it's just there all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's always been the case. You know, with debates and stuff, it can get a bit hairy, but I think now we've got Trump tweeting every 10 seconds.
This is the thing.
That's what threw me. I
feel like how do you not have enough time to be a president, but then also update your social media? Because I find it difficult to do that all the time myself, and I have to try.
Yeah.
But
I'm amazed that they let him do his own tweets. Because every other politician seems like they've got like a whole team of people who do their tweets for them.
Yeah.
But the other day he tweets the Prince of Wales, like, and he spells it like Wales, like the animal. I'm like, no one checked that.
But
like,
that's why I find Donald Trump hilarious. I think he's like, I don't know why he's running a country, but he's good for entertainment, literally.
Good for comedians, right?
Good for mate.
He's from
great.
Home Alone. My man was an actor on Home Alone. How is he running a country? I don't get it. That's why I'm like, it's entertainment to me.
Yeah, maybe we are living in a simulation and it's all broken.
I think that.
Fair enough. See, I mean, this is the thing. I understand that a bit of, jabs at each other isn't, you're going to get that naturally when it comes to conversations. But I feel that these jabs, like you're talking about Trump and him tweeting, and he obviously tweeted recently, he called Sadiq Khan a national disgrace because of the things like the crime rates happening in the United Kingdom, particularly in London. But then it's almost like there's going to be a back and forth between, because it's not the first time he said stuff about Sadiq Khan. It's like a back and forth on Twitter. I mean, you never saw this 15 years ago because Twitter wasn't around, but is this conducive to us and our development, or even conducive to politics? Let's go with this question first. What makes a good politician?
Realness, straight to the point. I feel like they all blabble they tell you what you want to hear. So even when it comes to voting, they're going to tell you what you want to hear so that you vote for them, and then when they actually get in power, it's like a different story.
So being honest and keeping to your word.
Somebody that's just we just need a realist, and we'll be good.
Yeah, but some people say Trump's a realist.
He is. I think he is.
You think so?
But do you know what it is with Trump? I've heard rumours Trump says so-and-so, but then when you talk to Trump, not that I've spoken to, but when you listen to...
You've been to the White House as well as Lorraine.
When you listen to the actual, what it was saying, it's a different story to what people are pulling out. Like they called that girl, Nasty. The
Go on, you can do
royal
this.
family.
Meghan Markle.
Yeah. He called her nasty, apparently, but he actually was saying, he didn't call her nasty. A remark that she made, he said, I didn't think she was nasty. And then people have taken it out of hand and said he said this and this and that.
But there are some. So there are some things which people have seen him say, and it's been outlandish.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And there are other things where people go, well, hold on,
Yeah.
Is it really what he's been said? I don't know. I don't know anymore. I feel like, but this is the thing. If you were to ask me about the what's been going on with social media hype in terms of the things that's been happening with, let's go with the Tories right now, because they're the ones who have the biggest hype at this moment in time, because we're trying to find a new leader of the Tory party. It's almost like everything around them other than politics is what's been advertised. So things they used to partake in when they was younger, the wacky tobacco and other things of sort.
It's just like becoming a bit of a badge of honor. They need to like admit to how many drugs they've done in the past, otherwise.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, personally, I don't really care. I think everyone, everyone has made mistakes in the past.
Of course.
And it shouldn't really matter. This
is the thing, but this is what's in the forefront of people's mind and what we've been tweeting about, all the memes that have come up. We've had a message come in just now. It says, can I translate the name back to its original name, my producer who's over there? There we go. It says stick Bozo Johnson, but it's Boris, obviously. Stick Boris Johnson in a stripy jumper so we can all have a game of Where's Wally? Okay, so goodness me, this is. Hold on, I just want to get the thumbs up. Is it the purple one, my dear? Okay, right in the middle, right there. So it says here. So we can have a game of Where's Wally? That's the one I've got. My apologies, guys. I just want to be sure of what it is that I'm reading here.
Also, it is hard being a presenter.
It can be a bit tricky every now and then. So funny. Yeah, but it's. I mean, people are going to send their opinions, which I got to be great. Cool. Here we go. This is the one.
Yes.
Okay. All right. As for Johnson's lame excuse on that he wouldn't do Channel 4's debate because of debate fatigue and would only do the good old BBC. Channel 4 and BBC should have called Johnson's bluff by swapping the debates. So Channel 4's debates went out on Tuesday. Honestly, Boris wants to be given the big prize in the pub quiz after they've locked up and everyone's gone home. And that's Mark from Westminster. So he's obviously got his views on good old Mr. Johnson. It's becoming, what do I say? It's becoming, when is it, I couldn't tell you anyone's policies no more. Because I don't know it's so tricky to look and just to go on headlines and go, this is what is supposed to happen. Because right now it's almost like, as much as I can read up and do some research, the forefront of everyone's advertising and their image is all the hype that's around stuff. Yeah. And we had someone who just jumped in and joined in, which I have to turn the mic up because she's getting really eager to jump in on this one. Yes. You are, aren't you?
No, just little.
Akua, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, this is Akua, my entertainment correspondent. She will be talking about a little bit about entertainment and stuff later on, but she has one or two bits to weigh in right now.
It was just a book that I think I mentioned last time I was on when I did the big reviews.
Go on.
And it's To Kill the Truth by Sam Bourne, which discusses this whole thing. We're in this moment of absolute truth, and we're so disillusioned by what's truthful that people like Donald Trump can say whatever they want, and the more they reinforce the lies that they tell and are so bolshy with it, we have no choice but to just follow on and get behind it, because it's like there's nothing else we can do. So this is kind of like telling falsehoods that has now become a new version of the truth, and this is changing the dynamic of what we accept as real. And he's real in his bolshiness to be like, I'm going to say whatever I want because all the other politicians lie, so I can say whatever I want. You just get behind me because I'm a real guy. We all lie. It's human to lie. So I'm just going to.
So it's almost like, hey, rate me because I lie.
Yeah. It's like the more he lies, the more people think he's genuine. It's really strange.
Del Boy my way through.
Del Boy my way through. Don't insult Del Boy like that, please.
Why is a wily geezer? So
yeah, it's true.
Just trying to ting.
It's just I mean, all right, it is very akin to. Right, Elishia mentioned Love Island, and we're all watching this as in like, who's going to say this and what's going on here, and tune in for next week's episode when Boris throws a pie at someone from another party or something of that nature, where it's now not about the politics, it's now just about all the hype, and I don't know what to think no more. I really don't. It's difficult to follow something where it's not about what it's supposed to be about. It needs to be more so about what we need, like what are you going to do when it comes to benefits for the elderly? What's going to happen with houses? And when it comes to Brexit and us leaving, I don't care what you did when you was 16 and you went to college and then you tried weed. Don't tell me that stuff. That looks good in the news, but hey, how about I find out what it's going to be like for me to buy a house in next year?
Exactly.
It's a distraction from everything else because they don't know what their policies are.
That's scary.
Exactly. Yeah, because I think all governments, like whatever side of the political spectrum you're on, they're all incredibly secretive, and they don't really know what they're doing most of the time. So they do distract you with these media stories about how many drugs they did when they were younger, and it's meaningless, really.
Yeah. There's a comedian, I won't say who, and I will not go into the detail of the joke, but he says every time something's going on in the government, they always get a certain story to go out again, that everyone focuses on that story, right? And it's almost like that story becomes the forefront of everyone's mind, so little secret things can go on elsewhere.
Yeah, no, it's true.
I don't know, it's just conspiracy theory, but then there's something rooted in that makes us feel, well, nothing's getting done, and all the hype is what we're buying into. I don't know.
Yeah.
Speaking of hype, does anyone here watch Love Island?
I refuse.
I ain't got time.
I'm not going to lie to you. I thought you would say yes.
Me?
Yeah, because you mentioned Love Island earlier on.
Yeah, no, because all my friends go on about it and everyone's asked me, have you watched it? I'm like, no, I haven't.
Tom?
I can't stick to
I don't even know what you're talking about right now. What is this?
Love Island. You know what Love Island is. You don't live on the moon, Tom.
Wow.
You know what Love Island. Don't pretend.
Well done.
I've heard of it. I know it exists. I know it's a thing that people watch.
Yeah.
And it's there.
It's a very Big Brother-esque program where everyone's on one villa.
It sounds beautiful, a Love Island. I wish England was a Love Island.
No. If you watch the program, you'd retract that statement.
In it straight away.
Yeah, it's so basically, you see how Big Brother, everyone's trapped in a house? Well, they're all on one island, a very small island in a villa, and I'm not sure where the villa is actually. It's somewhere, I think it's Spain or something like that. Or Santorini, I don't know, maybe. Wherever it is. Mallorca, that's it, Mallorca. Okay, so for me, that's great. It's lovely, it's sunny and all of that stuff. But they're in a villa, and basically the aim of the game is for people to find love. As you do on television,
Sounds beautiful.
Yeah, it's okay. And the people they have on there, they couple up and they see if they fall in love and all sorts. And they swap couples. That's what you're supposed to do when you're trying to find love. Is swap with somebody else who you have to also see their face every day, because that's how love works. And there is a question that's been going around this week, is an old time question: can men and women always just be friends with nothing else ever occurring? And I'll go into why in just a second, but I kind of want to get everyone's opinion first. Akua, can men and women just be friends?
Yeah, I've got a lot of male friends.
Yeah.
And there's, especially in the industry that work in collaboration and business, I've had quite a few platonic, really good male friends.
Yeah.
It depends on what angle you're going in at.
Has any of those male friends? I'm gonna get.
I get my business now. Take time, honey.
Nah. I'm gonna ask. Has any of those male friends, be honest, been male friends all the time, but ever thought, I'm kind of attracted to you?
Of course.
Okay, see, then that kind of knocks it out of the park.
No, I didn't say all. I have got, even now, current friends that are homies, business, and it's business is the foundation of our friendship.
Yeah.
But we can talk all day long. They're in a relationship. I might be in my relationship, and it's nothing.
Okay.
I don't know if they. It's really hard to resist this.
Goodness me.
I don't know if they've got secret burning desires, but generally. Or it should.
Did someone get the fire extinguisher because Akua's feeling hot today?
Because I'm hot, but for real, I've got great male friends, so it's never crossed the line. It's never been an issue. However, there's also been situations where the chemistry has been more, and it's more like,
Yeah.
You and what's his name? Mahershala
Ali.
That's it. Yeah, I bet that was. I was
going to reel off a list, but all right.
I know Idris Elba, maybe.
No.
No. Okay. All right. Who are? I'm just throwing out celebrities that I know that you.
Actually, my brain's gone blank. I just want to keep it quiet. Don't want people to know my business. You know who you are, darling.
Oh wow. Okay, fair enough. What about you?
All my
Elishia?
male friends are gay.
Serious?
That's a safe bet.
I have no one straight guy, but he fancies me a bit. But that's about it.
So what we're saying is all the male friends either fancy you or don't fancy women.
Yeah, 100%.
So wouldn't that be the case of that men and women cannot be friends if it's... Well, they can be, obviously, because obviously your friends that are gay, they don't fancy women. So But the terms is there isn't an ability for an attraction to go that way because women are just off the market for them.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, but okay, so... okay, but the one friend that he kind of fancies you a little bit.
Yeah, he's nice.
Does that not affect your friendship at all?
It's not really a friendship. It's like a I hope he's not listening.
And if he does, hey.
No, he's really nice. Really motivated for life. Taking me on a couple of dates and that. Which is nice because when I first moved to London, I was like, everyone just wants to Netflix and chill. No one wants to take me on a date. And he's like, I'll take you on a date. I'm like, all right, great. But
it sounds like the beginning of more than a friendship.
I'm very career driven, I think.
Okay.
Like my career is my relationship at the moment. So until the right one comes along.
Tom, did you hear that? Do you hear those famous last words? I'm in love with my relationship with my work.
Yeah.
I just work.
Yeah.
What about you, Tom? What do you think?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. You can be friends with anyone. I think I have a silly job. I have a pretend job. It's a fake job. I made it up. So, most of my friends are musicians. Yeah. And musicians, work together and socialise together. Sometimes they sleep together.
Okay, well, but they're just friends.
But not always.
They're just friends.
Not always.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that about my profession as a comedian because that doesn't happen with us.
Whatever.
We don't.
Laughter's the great aphrodisiac.
Okay, laughter's a great aphrodisiac, but what that does is it makes people who they see you on stage want to then become your friend or more because they feel like they know who you are before you even know them. Sure. So it's a very different dynamic.
Yeah,
where musicians jam together, and they may have an audience of people that go, oh my God, that's great. But there's still a mystery. Whereas when you're kind of on stage talking for 20 minutes, you bear enough of your soul and your personality for people to go, you are my friend, before I even know who you are.
Yeah,
so people get familiar, come up to me, yeah, come here, bruv, let's take this picture. I'm like,
that's celebritydom.
I don't even know you, man.
No, I don't know. No, it's not celebritydom. Leave me alone.
Come on. No, it is that. We are on a platform where people connect to you. And that... comedians, actors, musicians especially, we take a piece of them into our hearts and we feel like
100%.
Did you not see that story about Oprah and Gayle King and Ava saying don't call us auntie because the familiarization, because we feel respectful and we feel like they're family. It's the same type of thing.
So we just to go back on the last topic, just a point, a big shout out to Kieran Fearon. He said, I can't understand how these MPs gave Boris 114 votes last week. He's now very close to becoming the next Prime Minister. How can this be? That's because they voted 140 votes. That's how it can be. I know it's a matter of opinion, I guess. John says girls can be just friends, but I can't. John, I can't say this. Girls could be just friends, but it gets easier as you get older and the hormones settle down. John, John. John. All right, the reason I've said this is because on Love Island, as I mentioned earlier on, Lucy, who's one of the contestants, says and seems to be getting on better with the boys, but her partner in the show, Joe, can't seem to handle it because she's chilling with the guys and with him, but not chilling with the girls. Whereas normally on Love Island, you see the girls chill together, the guys chill together. In this instance, it's not the case. The guys and Lucy are chilling, and Joe's one of the guys is a bit intimidated by that. Now, if you're in a relationship and your partner feels that you have too many friends of the same sex as that person that you're in a relationship with, can that cause a problem? How does that get handled? Akua's already nodding her head and shaking her head.
Anything.
I know, but you're shaking your head. Your head is shaking. Your head is shaking.
I'm just chilling, man.
Your head is shaking.
My head is not shaking.
Your head is shaking.
My head is not
means
shaking.
something. What does that mean?
It means that it's case by case situation. Like I think definitely when you're a single woman or a girl, it's you're you're seen as a threat. I think girls especially get that thing, like a single woman can't be around girls and their man, and it's all like, okay, what does she want? Serious? All that type of stuff. So it's a bit of stress.
Yeah.
So even my mum, in my mum's age, she's like, yeah, sometimes as a single woman you don't want to be around the aunties and stuff because they get a bit protective of their husbands and all that type of stuff.
But I know why that is.
You get what I mean? So
aunties when they're single, when they're aunties, when they're like aunties. Oh my God, they're
hungry. Is that what you're trying to say? Are you trying to call Aurie? Are you trying to call all aunties hungry?
Yes, and the reason I'll say why is yes, and the reason I'll say why is weddings. Do you know what it is? I've seen aunties at weddings when it's time to throw the bouquet. Oh my God, I've seen aunties box children out the way, kick grandparents out the way
not going for the groom.
No, they're catching a bouquet for any hope and remnants of love. I've seen aunties go crazy,
literally
dash out a kid out there. Move, man! You got years to go trying to get that love. But yes, carry on. That's carry on.
But I'm just saying, I think it's a case by case situation. I mean, some girls, I'm quite tomboyish. I love male company.
Yeah.
I've never had a guy tell me like, listen, trim down your male friends. It's not, but it also is about you when you're in a relationship, making your partner feel comfortable about your situation. Don't, like be on your phone and then acting all shady. Make your friend, introduce your partner and make them feel comfortable with the opposite sex. If you have abundance of opposite sex friends, integrate them into your relationship so that everyone feels calm and
okay.
If you don't trust someone, maybe you shouldn't be with them anyway.
Hey, come on, you heard that, people. If you don't trust your partner,
that's the truth.
In this day and age, can you trust people? Because the boys that I were friends with that were straight, they're all dodgy.
Yes,
all
that.
of them are dodgy. Wow. All of them finessing. I know probably one loyal person.
Okay, she's referring to people in Bradford, not in London. Because her friends.
Nobody loyal.
If a guy's acting shady or your girl's acting shady, then you know there's something to be But generally, when you're in a mature relationship and there's real genuine love and respect.
No, but the mature relationships are the worst.
Why?
It's the married men.
The married men.
It's the married
It depends.
men.
Whoa, what you talk? Hold on.
I mean, how old are you, young lady?
I'm older than I look. I am.
She's 24, right? What married men have you been tempting?
No, I haven't been. When you get talking to someone and then you find out about their life and they've got kids and they're married and it's like, for real?
Yeah, I've heard that.
I hear that.
I've heard that before. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't trust nobody. I don't trust
no shadow after dark.
Nobody.
So you're gonna lock off. So your partner has to lock off every extra friend.
No, they don't have to lock them off. I'm just gonna be there with them. That's
what I'm saying. Everywhere. Where you go, I go.
Wow.
We're a partnership. What do you need other friends for?
I'm sticking with you like a parasite.
Ain't it?
What about you, Tom? So let's say, have you got a partner, Tom?
No.
Okay.
No,
so let's say when you last time I don't know time you had a partner, you and your partner together, but then you go off with another friend that your partner feels threatened by.
Well, I think it's about trust, isn't it? I suppose. I mean, that's what it comes down to. I mean, I was amazed recently. I looked at a friend who's a girl, and she had the dating app. I looked at one of these dating apps.
Tinder.
Was it Bumble?
I think it was Bumble.
Bumble, yeah, where the women are in control.
The women are in control.
That's
it's more democratic that way, right? And I was amazed at how many likes she had on the thing.
Wow.
Yeah. I think guys just go on this thing and go, yep.
Because the guys can't talk to her.
Men have lower boundaries.
Oh, whoa.
The dog?
Whoa.
That's offensive.
Whoa.
So the cat amongst the pigeons.
No.
I know, is it time for my entertainment slot?
No, it's not. No, we've still got a couple minutes and then we'll bring you on after you just threw that shit. Okay? I was sitting on a train yesterday, right? Let's just debunk that for a quick second. I was sitting on a train yesterday and I'm sitting in it was a national rail train, so 6 seats, 3 facing each other. I'm in the corner stuck. There's 4 women that have just come from a Magic Mike show with all the pictures and all the videos and all the conversation, and they're talking about everything that's gone on there. Now I have literally kind of put my hoodie up and just sat down and listened to this conversation. Yeah. As it's time for me to get off, as they're staying on train, I need to get past them. And I say, excuse me, guys, apologies, excuse me. And I don't know what it is about just either my voice or what it is about maybe how I looked, but one of them literally saw me or heard me and was like, go on, babe, and then carried on.
What's your point here?
Well, hold on. Now, then she got up, and when she got up, rather than just go and sit back down again, I'm waiting by the door because the train's slowing down. She stands up and just stares me up and down.
So she's on it.
She was on it. Now, you're saying about, I'm not putting myself as low standard. What I'm saying is, right?
I was going to say.
No. I'm not putting myself as low standard. But look how, all it took was for me to, excuse me, can I just get through? To get stared down.
So what's your...
My point is being, you're going to say that us men are the ones that are just out there horny.
Did you have
No, I didn't
Yeah.
say that. I just said men have lower boundaries.
Boundaries.
They have a wider scope to attack. Women have
scope.
You do.
All I did was say, excuse me, and
But she
next
was
thing you know, she
attracted
was
to you,
planning
that's
our
one man.
marriage.
Whatever. That's got nothing to do with
I
her
was dusty
levels.
and sweaty after working
You
2
appeal
gigs.
to her inner woman
Move,
nature.
man, move, man. Move, man.
Did you have your grey joggers on?
Yeah.
Don't you start.
Aurie loves a grey tracksuit. Do you know about the grey tracksuit?
I don't know about the. You're gonna have to explain this to
Tom,
me.
get yourself a grey tracksuit. You won't be single for long.
Really?
Seriously, trust
I
me.
had no idea.
Seriously.
I think I was trying to.
Tom, don't listen to them.
Get a grey tracksuit.
Tom, this
trust
only
me.
just shows. This
Aurie
only just
knows.
shows. This just shows how uneven it is when it comes to objectification of the opposite sex. Because this is what's going on right here. If
Aurie knows.
Yeah, if I was to say to Akua, ooh, put on them lycras and just walk around, I'd be like, Aurie, man, that's just wrong. But tell me to put on grey tracksuit bottoms.
No.
You lot are just nasty.
You're wearing a grey tracksuit bottom now. I ain't wearing lycras.
Am I wearing grey tracksuit? No.
Yeah, you are.
Let me tuck myself in under this while we go to Akua, our entertainment correspondent, who's going to give us some updates and stuff not related to clothing.
No, actually, there's a sale on grey tracksuits.
Oh my
everybody.
goodness me,
So okay. So this is a bit of a mishmash of stuff on screen, the big screen, small screen. So Shaft is back again.
Yay.
It's in cinemas now. Samuel L. Jackson returns as John Shaft.
Come on.
He first did a reboot back in 2000, and he's a crime-busting police detective. But this time, he's joined by his son JJ, who's played by Jesse T. Usher, who I don't know if you guys watched Survivor's Remorse.
Yep.
Bad Boy series, produced by LeBron James, and they took it off screen. I'm upset about that. But anyway, he plays Samuel L. Jackson's son in the film, and he basically gets his dad to help him solve his friend's murder.
Okay.
And on top of that, you have Richard Roundtree, who's the original John Shaft.
Yes!
From the 70s Shaft series with his cool self. He plays Samuel L. Jackson's John's dad, and so JJ's grandfather.
Oh,
they
man.
all team up together. So there's 3 generations of fine folk fighting and crime.
Richard Roundtree was in Shaft that
He
Samuel
is
did.
the original
He's the original Shaft, but then he was in Shaft with Samuel in 2000
definitely. So he plays
his dad. Then again,
Yeah.
It's
So
good
just
to see.
continuing the series. And Regina Hall plays JJ's mum, Samuel L. Jackson's ex. And it's all funny dynamics and lots of hijinks and nonsense.
Nice.
So that's in cinemas now, and it comes to Netflix June 28th. So you can watch it. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
Netflix. It's in cinemas now, but going to Netflix this quick.
A couple of weeks.
How is that? Wait,
Netflix is on it.
hold on, explain that to me.
I can't because I'm not a Netflix affiliate or associate or
Tom, do you
employee.
remember the days when films used to come out in cinema and a
Listen.
year later you had to wait?
So sometimes they release them at the same time now on
Yeah.
Netflix and
And especially
cinema.
being from the UK, we used to have to maybe not
We have to
even get to
wait.
see the film.
Yeah.
You have to wait for the bootleg. No, let me go.
Bootleg.
What? Huh?
We sorry.
Did I
we
say
here,
that?
We here
Huh?
at the BBC do not
Sorry,
endorse
we don't endorse bootlegging.
anything of that nature.
King Richard.
King Richard, yeah, go
So
ahead.
the director of the new Top Boy series, Ronaldo Marcus Green, has been snapped up by Will Smith to direct King Richard.
Oh,
So it's not a historical period drama as you may think. King Richard is a biopic about Richard Williams, the father of tennis greats Serena and Venus Williams.
Oh, yeah.
And the story is going to be focusing on his legendary tough teaching methods and how he juggled being a coach and a parent. So there was an earlier controversy when Will Smith announced this because he's going to be playing Richard Williams, and people are like, you don't look like him, how are you going to do that? So I thought he actually kind of backed away from the role, but his name's still down as playing Richard. We don't know who else has been cast, who's going to play the girls, but it's a great epic story, and Ronaldo's a really great director, so...
How do you feel about that? Him, like people
I mean,
saying,
come on now, because I had a problem with Zoe Saldana playing Nina Simone. I think we need to apply some logic here. Let's see. I mean, Will Smith was great as a genie, as Aladdin. People had doubts, but I just don't know how you're going to CGI this. I don't know.
But is it because he doesn't look like
He
him?
doesn't look, and I just don't get Richard from him. Will's a great actor. I just don't get Richard Williams. Richard's got such a countenance about him. He's just tall. I don't know. Will Smith is tall. When They See Us. Netflix has said that the release of the Ava DuVernay directed When They See Us, which was released on May 31st, is the most watched show on the platform.
Come on.
Which is like, it's bittersweet because it's such a harrowing topic that it's talking about, the Central Park Five, and the atrocities that happened to these guys who were falsely accused of rape and then exonerated many years later. But however, it's the most watched series on Netflix, which is amazing, and we hope that it affects change in the judicial system in America and over here, for sure. And at the moment, there's They See Us now. Oprah Winfrey has sat down with the cast and the actual 5 guys, who I always have to say the name: Corey, Yusuf, Kevin, Anton and Raymond. She speaks to them. It's quite heartbreaking. It's emotional, and especially Anton McRae, he's still hurt by the things that affected him, and Corey, of course. Anyway, if you haven't seen it, watch When They See Us. It's a harrowing watch, and if you watch now They See Us Now with Oprah, I mean, the queen of the interview, she's brilliant, and it's a brilliant thing that's on Netflix now. Quickly, the BET nominations are in for the BET Awards taking place soon, and the UK is represented in the following categories: LMA's Best Female R&B Pop Artist, Album of the Year, Coca-Cola Viewers' Choice Award, Best International Act is Dave and Giggs.
Come on.
Best New International Act, fan voted categories, Heady One and Octavian. Please help me, kids. Who is what? I know who Heady One is. Shush, shush, shush. That's the one, isn't that?
I couldn't tell you. Elishia, you know who that is?
I know LMA.
You're young. Who's Octavian?
I don't even know what Love Island is.
Seriously, Tom.
I'm a weird 27-year-old.
I mean, you've got to get with it. So Octavian's also nominated, and the BET, or 2019 BET, will take place June 23rd, and they'll be on BET International on Monday the 24th. Have I got time for a bit more?
Yeah, you do. You got loads of time. But is Octavian the one who was in The Help?
That's Octavia, but get out.
Okay,
Octavia's,
never mind. Carry on. Sorry about that.
I mean, I'm about to say the butler. I can't even.
Octavia Spencer.
I'm about to even give you Octavia Spencer. I'm even going to call the wrong name.
Okay.
Stop it. Octavian is a rapper.
Okay.
Help me, people. Also, The Handmaid's Tale. I don't know if you guys watch The Handmaid's Tale.
No.
Help me, room. What's going on?
I can't because I don't watch it either.
Series 3 is back. Is on. I'm so disappointed. It's so good.
My bad. Sorry, my bad.
Seriously, it's like what's literally happening now. A bunch of women have been society has changed where women have no rights and they are just handmaids, and they are basically forced to live in houses belonging to certain couples who can't create children because there's the children. There's people.
Is it on Netflix?
No.
What is it on?
It's on Channel 4.
I don't know. All right, yeah, cool. All right.
Can you please watch it?
I will just for you.
Can you just watch it? I mean, it stars Elizabeth Moss. I can't. My lisp is getting in the way. Elizabeth Moss, Samira Wiley, and British actor O.T. Fagbenle.
Samira Wiley, come on.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, it's no point in me telling you what happened last time. Anyone who's into Handmaid's Tale, you know it was frustrating the way it ended last season. So she's back in Gilead, trying to ting. I'm just so disappointed with this room.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, on Sundays, 9 p.m. on Channel 4. It's really good. It's very indicative of what's happening now, I think. It's a bit scary, actually. And finally, we have Euphoria, which started last night on HBO, and it's set to come to Sky Atlantic later this year. It's following a group of high school students as they navigate love and friendships in a world of drugs, sex, trauma, and social media. It's executive produced by Drake and stars Zendaya in the lead. It's got Storm Reid from A Wrinkle in Time and Algie Smith from Survivor's Remorse. I think I said the wrong thing before, but anyways, Algie Smith is from Survivor's Remorse. And basically, I watched the first episode last night. I'm troubled because I think you young people don't need more sex, drugs and rock and roll on TV. It's a bit much. I'm feeling my mum kick in right now. It's a lot. I watched it. It's risky. It's dramatic. It's a bit much. However, it's been hailed as groundbreaking, amazing and provocative. I have a question, like, do teenagers need to see this nonsense? However, it could be real life. I don't know. I know I wasn't doing what they were doing. It's great but terrible, in my opinion, but it's coming to Sky Atlantic soon, so look out for that.
Okay.
And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
See, I told you I had time to do. I kind of wanted Tom to play us out, but your guitar's packed away, isn't it?
I thought she's behind me.
Oh, could you pick up Peggy for us, please?
Yeah, sure.
We got like 1 minute. A real quick one. We've got 1 minute to wrap it up, but we're all going to say our social medias on the way out of here, right? Before we do this, I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming down. Big shout out to Kai as well, who had to shoot off early. We've also got Tom Gamble, Elishia Edwards, and Akua from the British Blacklist. All right, so play us a little sound. We're going to do like a sign out all together, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, this is The Scene on BBC Radio London. My name's Aurie Styla. My guests have been amazing. Let's go firstly to my guest, Akua. What's your social media, Akua?
Hey, my name's Akua Gyamfi, and I run the British Blacklist. You can find me on British Blacklist on all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Nice. What about Elishia?
Hey. I'm Elishia. You can find me on Instagram at Elishia Edwards, Elishia Edwards, and Bradford Baddie on everything else.
Shabba. And what about you, Mr. Gamble?
Everything is Tom Gamble Music, so tomgamblemusic.com and Instagram, Facebook, Tom Gamble Music. Check me out.
Nice.
New album Move on all major platforms right now. Download, stream, and then buy from my website.
I like how he cut the music for his specific bit so everyone knew exactly what was going on. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Aurie Styla. We are about to sign out, and I'm going to hand over to the amazing Mr. Duncan Barks, who's going to take you on from 10 o'clock. Thank you for listening to me. Tomorrow, remember, Clara Herbert will not be in for the scene, but she will be back on the following Tuesday. I'll be back next Monday as well, 8 till 10. BBC Radio London. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Tom, play us out just a little bit more. And take it easy, guys. Take care.